Hello, everyone. Welcome, or should I say, bienvenidos to internationalstudent.com's Google Hangout. Today, we're broadcasting live from Mississippi State University. Karin Lee, the Director of International Relations, along with one of her international students, Kevin Rolando, is going to tell you how MSU offers a true American experience to their Latin American students. Remember, throughout the presentation, you'll be able to submit questions for our advisors to answer at the end. To do so, click on the Applications button in the upper right-hand corner of the Hangout screen. From the drop-down choices, choose Q&A. The bar will appear on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can submit your questions. By using the same application button, you can also access the Showcase, a list of useful links related to this presentation, and the link to MSU's profile on internationalstudent.com. So, open up those links, start sending in your questions, and we'll send it over to Karin in Mississippi. Karin, you with us?
I am here. Welcome, everyone. I want to give a shout out to all the countries who might be, people who might be present. So, hello Argentina, hello Belize, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, El Salvador, Falkland Islands, French Guiana, Guatemala, Guyana, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Suriname, Uruguay, and last but not least, Venezuela. Now, if I missed anybody, I expect you to send me a message immediately and let me know that I missed your country. Okay? Now, let's start right talking about Mississippi State University. So, as Sally told you in the beginning, we're talking about an affordable quality education and a true American college experience. So what does that mean? Hey, you guys are watching TV, you guys are watching movies, you see all of these people going to college in the United States. Don't you ever wonder what it's really like to go to college? Well, at Mississippi State, you can come and find out. It's a lot more than what they show on TV, I promise you. And Kevin is going to talk to you a little bit more about that just a little bit later on. So in the next slide, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the different colleges. So let's just move on to the next slide. And as you can see, we have a huge number of colleges. We have 175 undergraduate and graduate degrees. So if you want to become a psychologist, you can certainly do that at Mississippi State. If you want to find out what's wrong with fish and study fish diseases, guess what? You can do that too. Or if you want to be a good old-fashioned engineer, absolutely. Pretty much all the engineering programs, you name it, we have it. Education, we got it. Veterinary medicine, we got it. But you know, you probably already know what you want to study. But sometimes it is a little bit difficult because with so many choices, it is hard to make a choice of what you really want to study for the rest of your life. So on the next slide, I'm giving you just a few ideas of majors that we offer at Mississippi State that are just a little bit different. But these are majors that are up and coming. And if you're worrying about, hey, am I going to get a job after I graduate, I can guarantee you that you will find a job. One of those majors is agricultural business. And what this is it's basically combining everything from business together with everything having to do with agriculture. So how do you run a farm most effectively? Why should that be an important subject for you? Well, let me tell you something. It has something to do with the new buzzword now. It's called food security. Why is this important? Because 50 years from now, the earth, the entire earth, is not producing enough food to feed everyone on this earth. So at this point, it is really important that people come up with ideas and suggestions to alleviate this problem. So, agricultural business is one of those things where we try to get young minds hone in onto this problem. Actually, at Mississippi State, our president has been appointed by President Obama to serve on a task force on food security. So, as you can see, this is a very important subject. Environmental economics and management is another one of those majors, because when we farm and produce this food to feed all the people, we have to make sure that we do it in a way that it is sustainable, that we are not stressing the environment where we can only produce one crop and then nothing else. So these are majors that you might want to think about. And agriculture and business together make a wonderful combination, and they will lend you jobs in your home country as well as in the United States. Sustainable bioproducts is another field. Everybody is talking about alternative fuel. Well, at Mississippi State, we're doing something about it, and you can be part of that. If you want to get some personal assistance, if you have questions about Mississippi State, if you need to talk to a student or myself, I urge you to send an email to internationalquery@mississippistate.edu, because we want to hear what you have to say. We want to point you in the right direction. We want to answer your questions. So on the next slide, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. What if your TOEFL score is too low to study here at Mississippi State or at any other university? Guess what? You can come and you can study ESL first. Go through our program and then get admission at Mississippi State University. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that with Kevin, because guess what? That's exactly what he did. So we'll go back to that. But if you do have a score that is a little bit too low, or even a lot too low, don't count us out. We are reasonable, and we can help you get that English score, and then we send you on your way with a wonderful degree program. So think about that. Now, for my last slide, I'm just going to go right back. If we can go to the last slide, you can see here a picture of all kinds of people in Mississippi State t-shirts. And why is this important? Because Mississippi State is what we call the Bulldog Family. No, we're not all dogs. The Bulldog is actually our mascot at Mississippi State. But we refer to each other as a Bulldog. Now, dog is not spelled D-O-G. Oh, no, 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 not at Mississippi State. We spell dog D-A-W-G. So it's dog. It's a funny way to pronounce. But anyway, the reason we do that is because it's part of our school spirit. And we're all going to go back to that in a little while, but I'm urging you also to connect with us. Keep up with what is going on at Mississippi State. Go to our Facebook pages. Tell us what you're doing in your home country on our Tumblr blog. And if you want to talk on WhatsApp or Skype, send us a message. We'll set it up. If you want your parents to go talk to us, absolutely. If your parents only speak Spanish, we can solve that too. Send us a message. We'll set up a Skype interview and we'll talk to your parents as well. But now, I want to move right on, and I want to introduce you to Kevin Rolando. Come on over, Kevin.
Hello, guys.
So, Kevin Rolando, he is from Peru, and I'm going to ask Kevin to tell a little bit about himself. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, as you know, my name is Kevin Rolando. I'm 20 years old. I'm studying mechanical engineering here in Mississippi State, one of the best universities in the U.S. And something that I want to clarify is that Mississippi State is not just an university. It's like a family for me. It plays like a big role here to study here. It's like something amazing that you could experience if you really want to.
So Kevin, I talked about it earlier. When we first met, you were here just learning English. So how was that?
Well, I think it was like a great experience for me. Used to come over here to the U.S., met all these different cultures, different societies, different customs that we have over here now. It was really good. It was a good experience for me, and this experience led me to the place that I'm right now. Since I got here, I just knew that the people here were like really, really, like really warm with foreign people. Like they really want you to stay here. They really want you to share stuff with you, and I thought it was like great. So
I remember when you were studying in the English as a second language department, you did some research already, right?
yeah, I had the chance, a wonderful chance to do some research with a teacher in my department. That was a great experience for me. I never had done research before, so it was like a great experience. It's not for me, but actually also for my resume. That really helps me a lot. That also allowed me like to know a little bit more about my department to really make that decision between what I'm gonna study here.
So what you're telling me is you came here for ESL, you connected with the professor, and that kind of helped you make your decisions of what you wanted to study as far as a major?
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. The the purpose of this research, I think, kind of like awake that feeling of to know, about like mechanisms and stuff like that. That really just make me feel like really nice.
That's good. So let me ask you some more things. So when you first got here, did you live in a dorm?
Yeah, I spent here in the dorms for around like 1 year and a half. It is actually a really good experience if you want to learn more about Americans, if you want to learn how it's actually to live in a dorm, because maybe the Latin people will have like a different perspective about it, since we usually don't have this kind of accommodations back in our countries. So yeah, it was really nice. It was what can I say? Like the people that I live with in my dorms, they're really really cool. They were really like friendly. They actually showed me a part of Mississippi that I never saw before that.
So when you lived in a dorm, did you make friends here?
Yeah, I made a lot of friends. Most of my friends actually are from my dorms, and they actually introduced me to my other friends. So yeah, it's like a good point to start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what about like getting up in the morning and time management, and who helped you with all this?
Okay, most of my friends, they really helped me a lot with a little bit of, I don't know, some rides to go to some places and stuff like that. And the time management, I think here in Mississippi State, since you're living on campus, is like really good. Yeah, you don't spend that much time like walking to class, because you will like, I don't know, 5 minutes away from your class. And I don't know, if you need to print something, you just go to the library or you go to eat at the Perry, which is our cafeteria. So you get all the accommodations like really close to you and in this really nice environment that makes you feel like it's just home and I'm just going to study there.
Which is really good. What about the teachers? What struck you the most about the teachers here?
I think the teachers are really, really available for all the students. Like, if you really have any concern about a certain topic, you could just go to their office and they will attend you. Like, they will really care about if you understood really well about what he went over class. So I think yeah, teachers are really accessible to all the students. They have like these office hours that where they are always there. Or if you cannot go into his office hours, you could set up an appointment with him, which it will work great as well.
That's good. That's, since I'm originally from Germany, that really struck me too. Teachers here, there are a lot more available to students to talk about problems, which I think is nice. And that's just not here at Mississippi State. That's, I guess, in the U.S. as general, but I think here at Mississippi State, they're also very open and friendly, so that really makes a difference.
Yeah.
So let me ask you to, so when you first got here, did you have like ideas about Mississippi, and then when you actually came here, it was very different?
Well, I had like a really huge image about Mississippi. It was not that clear as I could say, because it was pretty much okay, a university that is like situated like right next to Starkville, that has their own football team, their own football stadium, and all the stuff. So I had like a vague idea about Mississippi State. Once I got here, that was a little bit more in deep, I think, because I started to learn more about Mississippi. It's like Mississippi, the whole state actually, not just the university, actually about the whole state I'm talking about. Because I learned more about like the music that was originated from Mississippi, like blues or jazz and stuff like that. And yeah, I think I've learned much more once I got here than before coming.
That makes sense. A lot of people, they think we're a river, which is kind of funny. But when you say Mississippi, people think we're a river.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify, we're more than a river, okay? So we talked about a bunch of things, living in the dorm. So what about the cost of living? I understand you now moved out of the dorm because I think you're a sophomore now?
Yeah,
am I right there?
Right.
Okay. So you're a sophomore and you're out of the dorm. So where do you live?
Well, I really think this apartment that is close to Main Street is a really nice apartment. It's actually very affordable, and as most like just as like most of the apartments over here in Mississippi State, like what are close by.
Can we be nosy and ask how much is affordable?
Well, what I paid is $500 per month.
Really?
Which is not that bad for people. It's like really, really good actually. But there are different places where you could go. Like there are places that are much closer to the university. You'll pay a little bit more, but you will have better accommodations maybe as well. And I mean, it really depends on you. If you just have that desire to look for something that's special for you, I mean, you will find.
So what you're saying is there's something for everyone.
Yeah, there is something different. There's something special for everyone.
That's good. So Kevin, do you cook?
I cook when I have time, especially maybe during the weekends, maybe once a week, twice a week. But yeah, I like to cook here sometimes.
And since if you don't cook all the time, where do you eat?
That's the funny part. That is the good part about Mississippi State. There are so many places here where you could go to eat and you will get like some great food. Like they're really healthy. You will eat until you get
like
full.
What's healthy? French fries?
well, not French fries specifically, but I don't know, some salad, some I don't know, like grilled chicken, things like that. Like that really like goes to your body. Like it's like healthy stuff, pretty much. I mean, you will think, okay, yeah, it's America. Let's get a burger, or let's get pizza. But this is not that. You can find something different. If you want some veggie food, you can even find some veggie food. So
that's good. Speaking about working out and being healthy, what do you do?
Well, here in Mississippi State, I'm mostly more occupied with like what is study. So like classes will take some time for me. But usually during the free times, I really enjoy to go to the Sanderson. I love to be there because they got like these specific places where you can work out like with like really, really nice machines.
Wait, people outside wouldn't know what the Sanderson is. What is the Sanderson?
Okay, Sanderson is the gym, the Mississippi State gym, where you can find whatever pretty much you want to work out, like tennis machines, to a track to run, or I don't know, basketball fields, or even like some indoor soccer fields where you could just play many other stuff, actually, a swimming pool as well. So you got many things to do right there.
I think they even have a rock climbing wall, right?
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's awesome.
It's so fun.
That's awesome. So, if you wanted to talk about Mississippi State and kind of tell people what you like most about it, what would that be?
I think what I like is that Mississippi State is a really good place to study, and the people here are really warm. They're really nice with international people. They really want you to be here. They really want you to know more about you as well. So yeah, I think that Mississippi State is a great place to study, to make friends, pretty much.
That's really good. So tell me something else. You've been here how long now, Kevin?
For about 2 years.
2 years. Okay. In the 2 years, where have you gone? Like, if you had spring break and you didn't go home, where would you go?
Okay, that's a nice part about being here in the United States. You could go all over Mississippi. Mississippi is a nice state to go. You could find out many things here that are really interesting for a lot of people. But besides that, I went to some other states because, like, for example, Tennessee, that Memphis is like really close to us.
How far is that?
I think it's, if I'm not wrong, it's like 2 hours and a half driving.
That's
So
not bad.
it's not that bad. You can even like do it in a single day, it's like one way.
But Kevin, you were so young when you got here, so how did you go anywhere? Because I know, I'm cheating, but I know that you just got a car and that you just got your license not too long ago. So how did you go anywhere without a car and without a license?
Well, most of my friends, they will usually take me with them in these road trips where we will actually share pretty much everything. So yeah, that was a really nice experience that we had. You make some like friend bonding there because like you will spend, I don't know, like a week or more so with them, like in these different states or in these different places where I don't know, you could do whatever you want, pretty much campfire or go to concerts. I don't know, just hang out pretty much. So
That's good. Let's see, what else could we talk about? Oh yeah, Mississippi and weather. Tell people about Mississippi weather, because it's definitely different.
yeah, it is actually very different from South America, I could say, but it's not as bad as I thought it could be. In the winter, it will be a little bit colder than you could expect. Like since we're from South America, we were not expected to go below 0 degrees Celsius, so it is a little bit chilly. But you just get used to it. It's not that bad. I remember when we went to Chicago, it was like really, really windy, so that was like really, really bad because it was like snowy and more other things. So I was like just glad to be here in Mississippi.
You've been here through Mississippi, so tell me, what happens in Mississippi when it snows?
Well, when it snows, it's pretty much like a miracle for us. It's like a party. It's like another
It is.
Christmas.
But what do they do with the school?
Well, they pretty much will shut down the school for the day. So
Yeah, so in Mississippi, if it snows, guess what? You get a snow day.
yeah.
That means all the students, they go outside and they build snowman.
And
Nobody goes to class because, you know, since it is Mississippi, we don't have any equipment to clean up the streets. So it's very, very unsafe to go anywhere. So the next best thing we do in Mississippi, we make the best of it, and we build snowman.
yeah.
And I do mean everybody. Everything is closed. Banks, schools, everything. So it's kind of fun to do that.
It's just one lazy day where you can enjoy.
One lazy day. There he goes. That's exactly what we do. It's like a big giant siesta all day long, except it has snow. But it's good. It's good. So talking about some of the school spirit, the American experience, the very thing that I was talking about at the very beginning. Explain to me how you felt about that, the football, and what is it like to be in a stadium with 50,000 people doing this?
Well, that's it's really incredible. I think I've been in soccer stadiums back in my country. I could say it's like very, very similar. That feeling, that emotion that you got once you get into the stadium. But the different thing is that we have here the cowbells, and these cowbells are just like the main element in every single match. like we make the difference from other states because we got the Cowboys and we make like feel that we're at home. Like this is our home, this is our territory, and you don't mess here. So yeah, I think like the football here is like pretty much as we love soccer back in South America, it's pretty much the same. Football is like a really big event here. Every single weekend during the football season is like a big party for everybody because our Bulldogs are playing.
So when you say our Bulldogs are playing, what does that mean?
Our Bulldogs, it means like our team. It's pretty much like we're on the pitch, where they're playing against this other diversity, but like it's the feeling of like the family. Like it's pretty much that everybody's there. Everybody's trying to help at least with a bit.
So how many people do you think come for a football game?
Where for football games, it's like a really huge amount of people. A really huge amount of people. I remember last football season when this year I think like the stadium was completely full. We were like about 67,000 people in the stadium, which was like one of the greatest numbers I've ever seen.
Okay, you talked about the football and the stadium, but what makes it so special? What do the people do before a football game?
Okay, there's this special events that you got around the stadium, which we call it here the tailgating.
Tailgating, that's right.
It's just great. Like pretty much they will just set up these tents where you could just go and chill with your friends, eat something. Usually will be like some grilled steak, which is great everywhere.
So in other words, you go around and you just eat.
Eat and be with your friends.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just a really fun moment to spend with other people.
That's really good. If you had something to say about Mississippi State, what would that be other than you love it? We know you love it. We love it too. But tell us the one thing that you think makes Mississippi State special and would be a good choice for students, especially from South America, Latin America.
Well, I think it would be a good choice for Latin American students because of the programs that we have here. Especially like mechanical engineering in my department that I know more about it is like a really great program. Like they're really they do a lot of research here what is mechanical engineering. They give you this many opportunities that you could have like for research or to do something that you really want to do, and you can get really involved in your major.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. So you mentioned some of your friends, and are they all in engineering or are they from different disciplines?
Well, they have different disciplines. However, most of them will be related to engineering, or I'm taking more engineering classes right now, so yeah. But there are some others that, for example, they go to business or communications or some other majors that are great as well. And I enjoy that because we get this diversity between our majors that make us sometimes maybe talk about it, which is really nice.
That's good. So one more thing. Obviously, you're a guy. So how would you think, though? I mean, I know we had lots of girls here from Brazil, for example, and do people have to be afraid on campus? What do you think? What's your estimation about safety here?
Well, actually, about safety, I think Mississippi State is a really safe place. You got, well, we even have our own police department here in the university, so you will be pretty much safe everywhere here. Like if you're on campus, nothing wrong is gonna happen to you. You could I don't know, you can go to work at 4 a.m. if you want it, because nothing is gonna happen to you. There's no chance that something wrong will happen to you here.
Have you heard of the bully escorts?
Yeah, I've heard about them.
So explain, what are those?
Well, there's this like lamppost with a blue light there. That if you're needing this, or you just feel like I don't know, unsure about what's going on around you, it's just good to go to this lamppost. They will have this button, which will call like someone that will call you to your place, or someone who's gonna guard you pretty much to go.
So
where you're going.
basically, say you're a girl and you're walking at night, you can just push that button and somebody will come there and escort you to your dorm room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty neat. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's I think it's one of these great systems that we have here, and it really works.
Speaking of great systems, when you were living in the dorm, do you remember about the Pathfinder program?
Yeah, Pathfinder. Yeah.
What is that?
Okay, the Pathfinder program is usually for people who are in the freshman year. So I meant this for people who are in the first and the second semester. This Pathfinder program is these people will kind of track if you are absent to any class, and they will try to tell you that this is not a good way to start college. Eh? This is pretty much they will go to your dorm and talk with you and see why did you miss class, maybe to help you out with something.
So in other words, if you don't go to class, somebody will be knocking on your door and check up on you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. And so they just talk to you, though?
Yeah, they will just talk to you. They will try to find out if something is wrong, I don't know, if something happened to you. So it's not bad because actually they're trying to seek for your safety, for your wellness. So I think it's a great program.
I think so too. If I'm a parent and I'm paying money to send my child to school, I want to make sure that my kid is going to class and not sleeping in every morning and miss the 8 o'clock class. But really, it's not a joking matter. When you think about it, I mean, some people, they're not as outgoing as you are. So if you have a Pathfinder program and a buddy system, like living in the dorm, that means also that somebody will know if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling homesick, if you're depressed, because, you know, you're far away from your parents. I think somebody should check up on you, so I think this is a very good idea to do that.
Yeah, you get to make really good friends here, where they will pretty much check up on you, see if you're okay. They will always check that I don't know, you're not sick, or if you're sick, they will tell you, hey, we should go to the doctor. I mean, I'll go with you or something like that. So yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to make more friends, and I don't know, just you will feel safe and well here.
That's good. I know my experience with Kevin has been an amazing one because when Kevin first came here, like I said, he was part of a small group studying English. And he was going back to Peru and all this. Next thing I know, he's back. He's in our English program. And then he asked me, can I get a ride to the high school so I can take my ACT? And then he did. And here he is. And now he's a sophomore in mechanical engineering. So it's an amazing thing. It was a roller coaster ride. He could have gone anywhere, but he chose to come back to Mississippi State. And I think that speaks for what we started our conversation with, and that's the feeling that you get here. We're a big university. We're close to 21,000 students, but it doesn't feel like a big university. It feels like family because it's a small town. And after going grocery shopping 2 or 3 times, people recognize you, which is kind of a neat thing when you think about it.
It is, yeah.
The bus drivers. We have I forgot about the bus system. You should talk about that. That's a pretty interesting thing.
During my, I just got a car, as you said.
Yeah, so, true, but still.
Before this, I used to ride a lot of buses because, it was pretty much, I really didn't want to bother that much to my friends because they could give me a ride, but it was a nice way to not depend on anybody. So you could just go, take the bus, get your stuff done, and then just come back.
So when you say take the bus, that means the bus on campus, or?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We got this nice stuff that, the campus is a little bit big, so sometimes it could be a little bit it could be a trouble that if you have a class, I don't know, from one side and then you gotta go to the other side of campus to take a class. So these buses are riding. There's one that is riding around the campus, and there's others that are going to Starville, and there's some other routes inside the Starville as well. So yeah, the Smart, which is the name of our bus system, is like a great idea.
But isn't that expensive?
Well, it's for free.
Oh, free is good. I like free.
That's what I
So
said.
you're telling me you can ride the bus on campus and in the city for free?
For free, yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. Who needs a car, Kevin?
Yeah. That's right.
So, is there anything else you want to tell us about Mississippi? I know you brought your brother here, so now you have a reason to have a car.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, well, since now I'm a sophomore, I'm starting to get in these like harder classes.
Uh-huh.
But well, library. This is one important point I wanna like really tell you about is that the library that we have here is amazing. Like you'll find a lot of places where you like I don't know like study group study rooms where you could just like get with your group, get with your get together with your friends and study just there. There are just like so many facilities there in the library. It's just a great place to study. I really enjoy to study there. Like usually I will stay like 2 or 3
Yes,
hours
people,
there.
he just said he enjoys to study. I don't know what to say.
Well, in the library. That's
Okay, okay.
I could say that you feel a little bit smart in the library than somewhere else, you know?
Which is good.
Yeah, I think
This
so.
is a university, so it's not all fun and games. But speaking of fun and games, we talked about sports. What else do you do?
Well,
And we talked about going to the Sanderson and working out. But there's got to be more.
well, there are a lot of I don't know concerts. Like just yesterday, there was this concert in the Mississippi Horse Park, which was great. There are so many things that are going on right here, like in Mississippi, like in Starville. There are so many things that are going on during the weekends. Even you could go. There are some clubs where you could go to hang out with your friends.
So these clubs, are these like student clubs or?
Yeah, pretty much because most of the people who will be there probably will be students that are hanging out with their friends as well. So yeah, I mean, you'll find a nice environment there.
I think we have a site where you can go sign up for stuff and find out. And you can just put in, oh, okay, I'm interested, say, in tennis. And then everything that has to do with tennis will come up, and you can go and find people that do that too.
Yeah, there are a lot of clubs.
Right.
That's what I love as well. You got just too many clubs about pretty much everything.
That's
You
good.
like chess, you will find a club about chess. You like soccer, there are some soccer clubs as well. You like basketball, there are just too many clubs. I don't know. You like robotics, there are a club about robotics. So you
That's
have
good.
like, many clubs where you can find out people that loves what you love as well. So
That's the key.
you just need to get
things-
involved with it.
That's great. Student associations is another one. I know there is a pretty big Hispanic student association,
Yeah.
and I know they put on like salsa dancing and I don't know what else.
Yeah, well, actually, this Tuesday there was this Latin night where
Latin night, and I didn't know.
Well, it was. I just got invited like that day, so it was really nice because we were there like with many Latin guys from Ecuador, from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, and many other places, and we were just sharing their moment with American people as well, and some other foreign people that are not from like South America or North America. So yeah, it was a really nice night. So yeah, there are a lot of things that are going on in the university. You just need to look a little bit for them. You know, like it's not like oh, I can look for something like in deep research. No, it's just a little bit. Just ask for it.
Ask for it. There you go. This is the key thing. You cannot wait for things to come to you. You have to actively go out and search. Get involved. Mississippi State is one of those places where we are really big on student involvement. And that is from the very beginning, from research, all the way until they graduate. I mean, we want our students involved. And speaking of research, I think we touched on it when you explained that you already did research when you were in ESL.
Mm-hmm.
But what about some of those opportunities? I mean, I'm thinking about the EcoCar.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, I don't know, the Space Cowboys. Have you ever thought about joining any of those?
Yeah, I really actually tried to join them, but there's this. I don't have. This problem is that I don't have too many free time right now since I'm taking too many classes.
There we go.
So I don't find like a time to really get too involved in it. So I just decide to just wait until I have some more time. But yeah, they're pretty much will accept everybody who wants to work.
That's great.
So you will learn a lot there. Like I have many friends who are like in this EcoCar project, and they just learn a lot of things there.
Let's just explain the EcoCar a little bit. So the EcoCar is a project that Mississippi State is now in their, I think this is the third car they're getting. They're getting a car from a big American car manufacturer, and then it's up to the students at Mississippi State to take that car and modify it and make it as fuel efficient as possible. And then they have like some kind of a race going on with other universities, and whichever car from that university makes it the furthest, they win. And I think we won 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean 2 times in a row already.
Yeah.
So this is the third car, and I hope it'll be a sweep and it'll be 3 times in a row, which would be nice. But Kevin brought up a really good point, and that is, when you go to a university, whether it is Mississippi State or any other university, you need to remember not to overload yourself. Not with classes and not with fun stuff.
That's right.
Because you can't do everything. And I know everything looks really, really good, but you need to really learn to figure out what is it that you really want to do. So, can you help us decide with that?
Well, right now I just thought it would be good for me to concentrate a little bit more on my studies. And
Because why? What's your goal?
oh well, my goal was a little bit to graduate a little bit early. Plus, I really I'm learning as well German right now. So I really
Everybody listen to this. He's learning German too.
So I really wanted to know a little bit more about my career. So for that reason, I decided like to study this semester or this couple semesters will be better for me than do some club stuff. Like I don't know, like the robotics thing that I got that it was really nice, but I actually have to decline for that. But yeah, I mean, probably next semester I will think about it a little bit more and decide if I'm gonna do some things like club things, which will be great for me, I think.
I think this is a very good way to approach it, and I think Kevin is well on his way to graduate, probably with really good grades. I know it'll be really good grades, but seriously, he kind of figured the system out, and I think the point that I'm trying to make is Kevin came here and he didn't even speak English properly, and he learned English, and now he's studying and he's succeeding. And he has probably better study skills than a lot of people that I know. He knows how to manage his time. He knows what is important to him. So I think he would be a very good role model. And I tell you what, I'm going to make Kevin available. If you guys want to ask any questions, I can always ask Kevin to get in touch with you, and you can ask him in person because, sometimes it's hard to ask questions, especially, during a hangout, but we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be happy to answer your questions later on. You can fill out that form where you signed up for the hangout, or you can send us an email. You can connect with us on Facebook. Any which way will work for you. We want you to know everything there is to know about Mississippi State. And with that, I'm going to show you some props here that we have. So these are some things that we use during games. So we're going to sign off for Mississippi State. We're going to say, "Go Dogs!" Oh, and we're going to ring a cowbell. Go Dogs! Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much, Karin, for your wonderful insight. And thank you, Kevin. And thanks to all of you who have participated. For more information about Mississippi State University or to contact Karin directly, visit MSU's profile on internationalstudent.com. Adios.